Hey guys, this is going to be an update on my Burning Abyss deck. It's been about 2 months since I profiled it, so I think I'll do another one now before my regionals. I have 2 of them in March, so I'll profile it again then with tournament reports. But for now, we're just going to be doing a main and extra. I don't really feel comfortable giving a side yet. If you want to see replays of me playing this deck or live commentaries, you can go ahead and comment that. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Getting into the main deck, we're playing Fairy Tale Snow and 2 Orbital Hydrolander. They kind of go hand in hand. Snow helps banish things so that you can actually summon and resolve Hydrolander. Until we get Cherubini, I think we're going to be stuck playing Hydrolander. You don't have to, but I think the deck kind of needs it as an extra main deck threat. You win most games, you summon it and resolve it, so it is pretty good. To the BA counts, of course, 3 Skarm, 3 Farfa. Multiple names, or multiples of cards with the same name, specifically monsters, is an issue with Orbital Hydrolander. You can bar to banish these, though, and I think it's definitely worth it. 1 Graph, 1 Seer, 1 Barbar, 1 Libic, 1 Calcab, 1 Rubik, and 1 Alec are all the other one of names. I'd like to run 2 Barbar, but it can't banish itself, so a lot of the time it prevents you from summoning Hydrolander. You don't always see Hydrolander. I mean, you're only running 2 of it, and you are running 3 Desires, but that often doesn't get you to it. Plus, there's whatever you top deck throughout the game. You don't never see it, but you don't always see it all the time, so it really sucks when you do see it if you just randomly have the 2 Barbars in there. 1 Tour Guide. This is going to sort of break a rule for this deck profile. I've been debating going between 2 and 3, but I am currently playing 3 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Now, Barbar cannot help you out with these. You are stuck. The only way to get multiples out is with Snow, but I think it's so good that it's probably still worth it. The last normal summon is Crane, which is good on your second turn. Great recovery card. Just kind of a random one I've thrown in there that's not great to open multiples of, but is just, it's always a pretty decent top deck. Hand traps, we're playing 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Veiler. Now there's 2 reasons I'm playing only 2 copies of each of these. First of all, yes, Orbital Hydrolander. It really sucks that you sometimes can't summon Hydrolander because of hand traps, so we try to minimize that. Also, I really hate having multiples of 1 hand trap opened, and you can only resolve 1 of them, so we want a fairly diverse lineup of hand traps so that if we draw multiples, we're more likely going to be able to resolve more than 1 if needed. Let's see, going into the spells, we have a Raigeki and a Foolish. These are just good power spells. Raigeki clears boards, and Foolish gets you pretty much anything in your deck. Next we have 3 Desires, just a good card for consistency. It does sometimes get ashed, but that's okay. A lot of the time, it kind of doesn't matter. Triple Cyclone and triple Twin Twisters. We're still playing the 6 Spell and Trap Destruction cards. I have been tempted to cut one of the Twin Twisters, but for now this is what I'm sticking with. It's really good against Pendulum Magicians and back row decks. I think we're still going to see quite a bit of Pendulum Magician, so great card. 4 traps, we're running 6, we're running 3 Torrential Tribute, yes, and 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. Torrential Tribute is probably the best disruption card you have in this deck, and Anti-Spell Fragrance is just a really good floodgate going first. It stops pretty much every meta deck from playing on their first turn. I did cut Skill Drain from the main. I think I might cut that Twin Twister, and that's where it's going to come back in its spot, but I'm not totally sure yet. In the extra, we have 1 Beatrice and triple Dante. You only really need 2 Dante, but the third one is good in grind games, so that you don't have to use the second Dante's effect to add back the first Dante. That really sucks to do when you could be adding back things like Seer. So, going for all 3. Other Exceeds, Nightmare Shark, ends games, Grand Pulse, gets rid of spells and traps. Acid Golem outs Crystal Wing and Masterpiece. Break Sword, it's just a good way of getting rid of cards through monster effects in general. F-Zero gets rid of monsters that you can't really get rid of through Farfa or Break Sword. Forgetting my own cards' names, and they're sitting right there. 1 Virgil, 1 Pilgrim. Virgil comes up a lot, especially against Pendulum Magician, strangely enough, and Pilgrim is the target for Beatrice to float into. Links, Borreload, Decode Talker. Borreload, if you can summon it, oftentimes ends a lot of games for you. Decode is good on your kind of your second turn when you really want to push any advantage you have. I have considered playing Proxy because Seer plus Dante equals Decode Talker plus 2 adds to hand, but that's kind of the only situation it's good in, so I've been hesitant to play it. That might be something that ends up in future deck profiles, though. And then I do kind of just have Reaper targets. I think Double Helix might be getting cut, and I don't know if they're staying in the main extra. They might be getting cited. I think I do want a Crystal Wing. That's generally a pretty good card for this deck to Reaper, since it's only really, I mean, it has Borreload and Acid Golem to get rid of it, but a lot of the time those cards aren't the greatest, or you don't really want to go into them early in the game, so it's definitely a problem card. So that is sort of a quick run through of the deck I'm currently playing. If you want to see live commentaries or anything like that, please tell me. Again, I'll be taking this deck to at least 1, probably 2 regionals in March, so this will be updated then. I think this deck's going to be pretty strong in this format, and that's all I have. So, until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.